Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Carla, RoladexStitches here on Flosstube and just Roladex over on Instagram if you would like to follow me. And I am back for my 17th episode, which is my favorite number, but it's also been a little bit since I've had like a regular Flosstube on here, and I apologize for that, but also I've been busy on other channels making kind of guest interviews, guest spots. That sounds a little pretentious, but I think that's the best word for it. I did an interview with Becca over at SambrieStitches, and then also I just totally jumped in and invaded their space over at Steel City Stitchers, and that was hilarious. I had a blast hanging out with the girls. We got to hang out a little bit before and after, and we have another stitchy date just to hang out again, so here soon. So that was super fun. Check out that. I don't know the numbers on either one of those for Becca or for the girls, so I will drop links below for both so that you can easily find them. But yeah, here I am with number 17 with just a normal update. It's going to be kind of quick, but it's exciting because I do have several finishes and several FFOs. What the what? Who am I? So yeah, let me just start right away. I'm going to start with my most recent start and my most recent finish, which is the utterly adorable and the super fantastic. The actual name is Quirky Quaker Puffin. Quirky Quakers, the Puffin. It's going to be a whole series of quirky, adorable, Quaker-ish pieces, small, by our awesome Deanna at Whimsy and Design. Darling and Whimsy Designs. Goodness, y'all. So I haven't had enough coffee. I always just jump out of bed. I'm like, okay, today's going to be the day I make a Flosstube. There's no I have to be in the mindset. It has to be a spontaneous decision, as one of my previous Instagram posts said. But anyway, sorry. So this piece came about. Look at it's adorable. I can't handle not showing it anymore, so I need you to see. Oh yeah, my adorable nails that need to be filled in. But look at that. I hope it's not getting. Ooh, that's good. That's good for it. This is my Porg Puffin piece. This adorableness came out of when I was having a stitchy date with Michelle, BendyStitchy herself. We were just shooting the shit, hanging out, and she's like, hey, I'm getting ready to start this, and I was like, show me, let me see. And she showed me and it was just this, but an adorable puffin piece. And in the original design, I'll show here, so cute. It's the same exact thing, but just, I think it's all monochromatic as far as I can remember off the top of my head. And I was like, oh my God. And she's like, yeah, it's Puffin. So I was like, oh, every time I see Puffin, I think of Porgs because I know the story behind Star Wars The Last Jedi and how they had to film on that island that is a Puffin rescue sanctuary. Not a rescue, a sanctuary. So they couldn't move the Puffins. They couldn't obviously do anything to the Puffins because no. So they had to work around them and made them into Porgs. So Bendy did her version of it, and I've loved it, and I knew instantly that I was going to do it. And finally I got around to doing it 2 nights ago. I started it at 11 p.m. Let's see, today is the 12th, so I have it directly in front of me. I have it started at 11 p.m. on the 10th of June, and I finished it on the 11th of June. It was 2.5 hours of stitching, and it would have been a lot less if I hadn't changed all the colors, if I hadn't added all this. So the puffin body is a Fiberlicious thread. It's variegated. It's called Brownies, I believe, and look how perfect that is. I filled in the white because he needed a white belly. Porgs have white bellies, and I know that Quakers don't normally fill in all of it, but I couldn't not do it. I was like, it would just, every time I saw it, I would be like, him's little welly. Because that's how I talk to animals and gosh, even if they're huge, want to eat your face animals, I'm like, hello, you big monstrous bear, let's hang out. Side note, so we have a beach here on base in Japan, and we all got like notifications last week before, somewhere around there, don't go near the beach is closed, and this and this and this and this area are closed, because there was bear tracks on the beach. And all of us were like, whoa, a bear? Like I wasn't ready. And in Japan, bears are much smaller, I believe, than like our normal like black or brown bears or grizzlies that we have in America. But of course, as an American girl, all I think about is like the huge big ass grizzlies that we see. But I guess it was just like little tracks along the beach, but they're like, we can't have it on base. So I don't know if they ever found it. They don't tell us that kind of stuff. They always just leave us hanging. But obviously everyone's safe. Nothing and no one was injured. So, but side note, my base had a bear and I freaked out. And I probably would have talked to it like, oh, hi bear. And then it would have killed me because it's like, don't condescend to me, lady. This is what I think about. Anyways, this is my poor Puffin piece, and it's the most adorable thing ever. And I am wholeheartely jumping on this cross-stitch journal idea. I don't remember who it originated with, but I'm sure it was several people. I know it's gone through several iterations. I know junk journals with like Michelle Bendy and the Still City Stitchers and all that kind of stuff, but I don't want anything this small. Like I don't want it small, my journal, and I'm gonna call it a cross stitch journal thing, because that's what it's gonna be. That's where I'm gonna put my smalls and my maybe medium smalls, because I'm thinking like the size of a scrapbook. Now I just have to find the proper one and decorate it. Scrapbook, I guess, because that's mostly I have to put stuff around the piece, right? And like tell this story of how this came along, that my bestie, Michelle Bendy, I call her my bestie because I love her a whole lot. I have a lot of besties, so no one get offended. Like, I have a lot. I never have subscribed to the theory that you can only have one best friend. The more the merrier. Love does not run out. It just keeps multiplying on top of itself. It's a never-ending story, so get on it. Be on that happy train. Anyways, this is my pork puffin piece. This is on some sort of like 16-ish shaving foam dyed Ada. I don't remember the shop I got this from. I'd have to go back and check from one of my early Flosstubes, but I remember it was awesome. This was from, actually, this piece of fabric, if you might remember, is from the eventually to be scrapped Steochalong number 7, I believe. It is the one with Golden Girls, and I didn't like how it was turning out, so I stopped. But I had a lot of fabric on either side, and I was able to save this and another piece almost of similar size. So hopefully I'll still get a couple more little things out of this. Like, I'll be the one that cuts it off here and has this much fabric, and I'll save it. Am I the only one that does that? Can you even like stitch in? Dude, bro, do you even stitch in something this small? And I don't stitch in hand, so I'm gonna be dicked. It's not gonna go over well. So, but anyways, that was one of my most recent start and finish. And I'm gonna make it into a little teeny tiny like flat fold on paper. I think Kristen on Steel City Stitchers said that she could flat fold and mount it on paper. And I said, what kind of sorcery is that? I am 100% positive that each of those ladies is actually some sort of wizard, sorcerer, witch, depending on whatever you subscribe to, because each of them has amazing talents. And like, they tell us, they share with us how they do these things, but I'm like, but how did you do that? And like how Kristen thinks stitching on like 46 count linen is easy and it's awesome. And I'm like, did you have to sacrifice some sort of thing to be able to do that? Because I think that's terrifying. And then Jody and her amazing dyeing sorcery. Kristen and her stitching, like the crazy stuff. Jody and her dyeing. We have Erin over there with her ass ton of finishes. How she goes so quick with 2 small children and a wrangle a husband and a bunch of cats that never leave her alone. Like, yeah, she has the magic couch on her front porch now, but whoa, that's not possible. And Erica, I think, is the low-key head of that sorcery coven over there because she never says a whole lot, but she's the one who gets shit done a lot. Like, a lot. I'm just saying, if you want to know someone, if you want to watch some crazy wizardry and magic, go check out Steel City Stitchers. They're my gals and I love them. So, all right, that was the one and only start I had recently as well. So, 1 start, a finish, and moving on to my next finish. So this is, I've talked about it a couple times, this is my finish and FFO for That's What I Do, I Drink and I Know Things. So I'm gonna slowly pull this up into frame, and boom, y'all, look at that. This is for a friend here on base, and I love it. Well, friends, because I'm friends with both of them. What do you think? I don't remember the pattern name or the Etsy shop that I got it from, but if I remember, or if anyone wonders, I can answer them in the comments. But look how cute. I mounted this on some sticky backed mounting board, and then it has a little bit of a interfacing and or batting in the shenanigans. So yeah, I'm going to show you this back. I need everyone to remember that I don't like finishing. I don't do it well, and this is why. And everyone's going to be like, oh, it looks fine. It really doesn't look fine. Like, so I just cut a piece of kind of like grayish fabric to cover up the monstrosity. Like, you could still see the big, like from where I folded the corners over, like the big poofy here of the Ada that goes pretty much right into here. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even messing that much with it. I cut out a piece of fabric and I kept folding it down until I thought it would stay on, well on the inside of this. And then I got fancy, and that's where everything started to go awry. I bought this ribbon. It's just like this wide ribbon. I don't know, what is that, 3 inches? I'm not good with spatial reasoning. But anyways, I bought some ribbon. I was like, I'm gonna put that on there. I don't know why, but I'm gonna put that on there. And then I just used some Aleene's tacky glue just to sandwich it in between the fabric and the Ada on the back. And from the front, you can't even tell it's there. And you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that because it does not look fantastic, to put it mildly. But I just wanted, if anyone ever kind of saw a glimpse of it from the back, then it wouldn't look like a complete disaster, because I also got this. It's not a hangy, it's a tripod standy doodad for it. Boom. See? And they can just put it wherever they want. But also, son of a whore, sorry. But see the back. You'll get a glimpse of the back every once in a while, and I wanted it to look, just from a quick observance, it doesn't look as janky as it actually is, but it's pretty janky. But thankfully, they will understand. They'll be like, it's cool, it's fine. I hit the camera, sorry. But yeah, that is my number 2. Finish and FFO. I started that, I don't remember when. Wait, pause please. I'm gonna look through my notes here. I do not think, or maybe it was a a March Madness start. Dark shorts. Sorry, I'm getting there. I'm flipping through all my stuff. This is why a cross-stitch journal and then an other thing is also good to have. You get to keep track of everything like this. There's sweater bears, which I really want to get back to, but I'm not going to do that anytime soon. I started this as my 5th March Madness start. I started it on March 9th, 2020, and I finished it on the 2nd of June, 2020. I feel like I finished it more recently than that, but maybe that was just because I needed a few days to fully FFO, and that's what I'm thinking about as the finish. But yeah, the 2nd of June, I finished the stitching, then I fully finished it probably 3-4 days ago. So yeah, the 2nd would be right. But look at that with my March Madness finishing. Woot woot. All right, so there's that. And then for my final finish and FFO of today's session, this is, I cannot believe how cute this is. Let me start by that. This is outside my realm and I love it. Look, y'all. Back here you get much more idea of the colors. But let me see if I can bring it in so y'all can see it. This is Let's Stay Home by Satsuma Street. This is one of her free patterns. I believe on her website, she has the full PDF for it, so go grab it. It's amazing. It was a joy to stitch. And yes, I changed all the colors, but that's just who I am as a person. Look at it, and look at my little orange tabby cat that I put down here. Look how mangry his face is, but I love him. But yeah, and I put it on, I call this a chopping block, or a cutting board, or a cheese board, but apparently a lot of people call them horn boards. Is that right? Does anyone else know what I'm talking about? Everyone's like, oh, it's a horn book that came with this to mount it on. I'm like, I found this for 50 cents at the base thrift shop, and then I paid $1/4 for it because it was half day. So I was like, oh, I'll find something to slap on that. And by God, it's not the most perfect size. Look at that. I hope that's my screenshot. It won't be, but because I always put the other things over it. But y'all, I'm so happy. I can't wait to hang this. It's going to be hung up as soon as I get done with this. And I'm really, really proud of this one. Just did a flat fold, I guess, a flat mount. Again, just some sticky back mounting board, a little bit of batting just to give it some smush, which I don't know if I really need, but I like the way it feels. I like the slight bounciness that it gives to it, but it's just been my MO lately of when I've been finishing it. And then I leaned the hell out of it between this and this, and then set all my heavy books, because I'm a hoarder, on it. And I think it's staying fairly well. Y'all, so this is just my 2nd March Madness finish for this episode. Boom! This one I started, I know this date, maybe. I don't know this date. I don't know this date, but, yeah, I don't know. But I started it sometime in March, I think towards the end, if I remember correctly. And then I just finished it 2-3 days ago. And then FFO'd it 2 nights ago. Right? I hope y'all are squealing with me because I'm really fucking proud of that. Like all of these finishes, I'm real proud of because if you've seen my Instagram, you know that it makes me angry. Like my fingers get all sticky and then my hair inevitably gets in my eyes and then I have to touch my face and I can't touch my face because my fingers are sticky and then it just keeps going round and round and round. And then I get frustrated because I'm not a very good, I'm very much a perfectionist about things like this and I compare it to everyone else's and inevitably I fall short. But I think that looks fucking fantastic. So woo woo for janky finishing. That's all that I have on that. I have not started anything new other than my poured puffin and I finished her. So I think all porgs are boys, but don't let that one be androgynous. I'm looking at my notes when I look down here. So, talked about that. Talked about my FOs, my plans. We'll come to that here in a minute. I want it first, before that, let me put this over here so I don't get anything junky on it. I want to shout out Lolly and her fundraiser that she has going on for several different things, but I know she put out a pattern right now, and the proceeds are split amongst several different Black Lives Matter foundations and towards different goals that they have. So go, and it's a really great pattern. You get 6 for like the price of 1, and it's awesome, and the proceeds go to that. So that's awesome. Put your money where your mouth is. That's what I've been doing a lot this month. Not to sound like an ass, but I mean, I'm way over here and I can't join in any other way really. And I've struggled with that because I normally am a very loud, active person with things that I am passionate about, and being secluded and isolated over here and feeling very helpless, as I'm sure most of us do, that's hitting me a little harder because I can't go out and bring water to protesters. I can't stand with the people that I sincerely agree with, and that sucks. So I've just been putting money out there, which sounds shitty, but you know what I mean. Like and thumbs down, all, you know, unsubscribe if you want. If you don't believe that this is a moral issue and not a political issue, then I don't want you here. Do I need to say it again for those in the back? I'm not here for subscribers. I'm not here to try to get to be the top YouTuber. That's not what this is about. I am here to spread joy and happiness about the things that I'm passionate about, and to raise awareness of the things that I'm passionate about. And that's what I'm here for. I've seen the hate and the ugliness that has gone on several comment threads on Instagram and on Flosstube, and I'm not here for it. Sometimes I'll engage, but not normally, because that type of inherent racism is it's mostly bred deep. And if you're going to show your true colors like that, then I'm not gonna mess with you or waste my time. So adios if you need to. You're not hurting me. You're just probably hurting anyone around you. Think about that. All right. I also, in that vein, go check out a beautiful piece that I don't even think it's been like officially out, like shown yet, but from Street Stitchworks. She has a beautiful Martin Luther King Jr. quote, and it's gorgeous. I will be buying that immediately. All right, my plans for the next coming weeks are, I want more finishes, but I want to get more time in on some older whips, and I have said that before and failed to follow up, but I really need to do that. When I loved doing March Madness, not just because it was hectic and crazy and I got to start all these awesome new things, but also because now this afterward feeling, I'm feeling, okay, now I have too many whips. I have too much going on, and I need to refocus. So doing those, starting a new one almost every single day. Now I feel like I got that out of my system a little bit. And now I'm like, okay, let's focus on something for like a week. A week and a half. Like how I did with Drink and Know Things. I didn't work on anything else and finished that. It doesn't seem like a whole lot of stitching, but it's dense. Those letters are huge. They're about 2 inches, 2.5 inches each one. And then that border never ended. So I am ready to put some time in on my older pieces. I have 4 here picked out, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to make these my priority. Let's see if this actually works, but I'm gonna try to maybe see if this will hold myself accountable for what's going on. I have no idea. Actually, this is where I have not done anything else on this, so we're gonna call this my new progress shot for Tiny Modernists, Santa's House. Okay? Hopefully, next time I talk to you, I'll have a lot more done. And honestly, looking at this, I really don't have a whole... No, I do have a whole lot. I need to finish this Nutcracker. I need to finish a little bit of whatever, the snow in front of him. Completely do this room. Completely do Santa room up top. And that's what I thought, okay, well, it's not a whole lot. But then I remember that there's a whole scene of reindeer and the sleigh up here in the front section. And that will take a little bit. But it's beautiful. It's awesome stitching. And it's got hella sparkle in it. And I love it. So, and I love, this was my first foray into polka dot. This isn't even Ada, is it? This is even weave. Yeah, this is polka dot. I think it was my first foray into even weave too, really. But this is one of those that I have to just focus on for a while. It's not a one day and put away type thing. I like to see progress on it. So hopefully I'll take a picture, if I remember, and see that. And the next time you see me, I will have some good progress on that. Put that away so it doesn't get any gunk on it. So that was Tiny Modernist. My chair is so loud. Tiny Modernist, Santa's House. That was a stitch along from 2018, I believe. 2018. Next one is let's see, I believe this is Carolyn Manning. I wish I had a cover photo, but I do not. I can toss it up here of what is out so far. We're just in June, so there's 6 pieces. So I'm not that far behind. I have one done. This is her Fairy Bouquet Sal. Yeah, that's good. But I'll show you some of the colors up in here. So beautiful. The thing that takes me the longest on here is that I keep changing colors. And that's not even how I'm supposed to hold it. It's this way. Not that it matters, but yeah, it goes here and then it'll be like 3 or 4 across. But this is some gorgeous fabric from Misty, I believe. Yep, it is 18 count. Ada, obviously. It's a no name. There's a beautiful purple with some really beautiful, oh, look at that, y'all. Look. Purple with some beautiful blue modeling in it. I want this as a pillow when it's said and done, like a cool throw pillow. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But in my mind, that's what I see it as when it's all finished. So that is my current progress shot. Hopefully by next round, next Flosstube, my fabric's not cooperating, I will have more done. God, I hope, because I do like this, and the fabric is too beautiful to not do it. So, Carolyn Manning, there's that. Fairy Bouquet Sal. All right, next one is another Tiny Modernist, but this one is way closer to a finish. Gosh, this is a lot of fabric. Here it is, I'm just flopping it out. Here it comes. It's a blanket. Look at that. Sorry, it's all folded up. But yeah, this is The Words to Live by Sal by Tiny Modernist. And I think it's beautiful. This one I do want as a wall hanging of some sort. Put some beautiful fabric around it. Then hang that beast up when it's said and done. So what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left to do. Which is not bad. I'm not going to get that fully done in this month. But hey, I'm going to get some done. And I have my photo or video of my progress shot of where I was to go back to next. My last focus. This is what I believe to be my oldest whip. And y'all, it needs to be finished. Pull this out. So, this is from Stoney Creek Collection. This is the Pattern of the Month series from August 2018. Let me pull it up here. This is what the finished piece, sorry about that glare. Oh, there we go. The finished piece will look like. It's gorgeous. I already have a thingy for it. Like, it's awesome. It's beautiful and I love it. And I always need more Halloween in my life. So let me show you where I'm at. It looks almost like that, what Gary and the Sunshine Stitchers were talking about, the long, thin pieces of fabric. But this is where I'm at. So I have the top one. I have the Eye of Newt. I have the Witch and the Ghost. And I've started here on Toads. Look at that fabric. I dyed this fabric. This is Ice dyed fabric. Pretty damn proud of that. So once Toads are done, then I have all of Spiderwebs and then all of Moon and Stars. So I am over halfway. So I have 3. Just a lot of stitching in it. But I love it. And look at this fabric. If anyone remembers what this is called, long, thin fabric cut like this, let me know. What do you think? My life would be so much easier and my stitching would go so much quicker if I just stuck to the damn pattern. I am fully aware of this. For everyone that says, oh my God, Carla, just finish it. I hear you and I believe me, I know that I just kind of screw myself over sometimes. Like that pork puffin, that should have taken an hour of stitching because it should have just been monochromatic. It should have just been one color and went all the way through it and it would, it still is gorgeous. But I'm like, ooh, let's add this. Let's change this up. And then I have to play in my box of flosses for, 30 minutes at a time. So yeah. Anyways, that is my plans for the upcoming month-ish. I say month-ish because it is already the 12th of June, like halfway through June. So normally I do these every 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, I hopefully will have touched 2 of these and got good progress on 2 of these. But for the next month, 2 months, this is what I want to focus on. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I have my sports bra on because I was working out and it makes me angry. Anyways, I want to do a monochromatic piece, small, and I want to stick to the monochromatic. I don't want to add 14 colors in it. I want to see if I can do it. Does anyone think I can do it? I really want to do it though. Cold coffee. Okay, I think that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me. When I'm done cutting everything, this should be right around 30 minutes, which is one of my shorter ones lately. Go check out my guest appearances over on Steel City Stitchers and on SambrieStitches. So, but that's it. Until next time, guys, keep rocking on and don't be racist. And actively be anti-racist. It's not good enough to just be, I'm not a racist. Be anti-racist. Rock it out, y'all. I'll talk to you later. Bye.